Namaste. Someone had a few questions up on my channel that I was going to do a reading on, and I did put Nithyananda, the Avadhuta, up on my screen, as well as the lingam, just, for the energy of it, and who knows, maybe we'll get some messages or confirmation here. In regards to these questions, it's not going to hurt, certainly. So anyway, the first one was do a reading on the dark night of the soul and depression. So anyway, okay, let's see what happens with that. It's just working right now, the energies. We're going to see if we can make some connections and what flows forward. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get the wires connected, so to speak. Okay, now it looks like it's connecting more to Nithyananda energy. As you can see, it just was working with it, and let's see what we get here. Okay, it says no depression for an enlightened being ever, not ever. And so this is not something to be concerned with if one is truly on the search. Depression and dark night of the soul. Okay, these are energies that come. It does or could feel like one is being swallowed up by shadow at times along the journey, but it is not to be fed or nourished, these energies. Just stay present to what is taking place, as hard as it may be, and don't let your mind sink into doing a lot of labeling of it. Okay, so let's see. Now we're getting a yes, yes. Okay, this is a mystic man here, Nithyananda. Sometimes it just shifts the energy. We're just going to go with it. This is a mystic man here. He is balanced. His speech is from the absolute. His clothing he wears is stillness. His what he goes to sleep on, or his bed, is stillness. His night and day is stillness. His work is stillness. His sleep is stillness. Okay, he's here to wake up souls that are sleeping and tell them not to fret about what may or may not come, as these things will just bring more activity to the mind, more drama to the mind, and so this is not what's important in the least. What matters is, and I just see some feet, like putting one foot in front of the other and continuing forward steady. But let's see what the root cause of depression is. Okay, let's see if he'll answer that for us, or this energy anyway. It's getting very heavy. Okay, mystic man, Nithyananda, mystic man, quaker and shaker of energies, balancing energies. This mystic man, changes and transformation is the soul journey. The soul journey. Okay. Clearing energies is this journey. This is what it involves. Clearing energies. Okay, so body is nature element, body nature element. And when those focus on the body to create a sense of I with their thoughts, with their energies and their attachments, all concern centers around this body, this persona. Okay, it's getting a yes, this is correct with what he's saying. And this is where, this is a root cause of many emotions, okay? With these energies, and as one begins, to feel or to, I guess, rest in energies that are sinking into darkness or worry or, drama, like, what ifs and all this, then the mind becomes vulnerable to this depression. It's just about the body, mind wanting to, it works with that. I guess these ghost spirits or this energy that comes through that, starts speaking in ways that is negative. Okay. And as I'm speaking, I see a picture of Durga, who is a deity that does come to destroy negativity. Okay, that sort of rushed out of him. And again, she has her sword, and she's going to, cut all those thoughts. Okay, keep destroying them one by one by one by one by one until that tree of mind or thoughts, until those roots are destroyed. And so one just has to know that whatever you're going through, you've just got to keep going. The dark night of the soul is this. Let's see if this is a common experience along the journey. Okay, you can see it's yes. Can see it's yes. And I can speak for myself. I've definitely been through that more than once. Okay. So it is not, it's a very common thing. And let's see, the guru, though, does mitigate this. Okay, you can see how that's a yes. So when there's that connection with guru, things can shift there. And this, what is this dark night of the soul about? See here. Why does that come so often on the mystic path? Okay, so blanket of night comes. Blanket of night comes to allow stars to pierce through the cosmos, and this is when one can really go deep in themselves and find the strength to keep going, the strength that's needed to continue on a mystic path. So it does have a purpose in that way. It feels like it gives one fortitude, it gives one gratitude, if one keeps going. It gives one the ability to see what, as they get more foresight and things become more expanded, to get a better perspective on things. Okay, it challenges the soul. And the journey will do that. The mystic path is going to do that many times until it's all washed clean. So there is a purpose to it. There is indeed a purpose to it. Okay, so depression, though, can be more centered around, a memory, a past living of something, or a sense of loss and grasping to it, clinging attachment, which can be very much of another story. And it can just really, it can degrade the mind if it's if one continues to nourish it. So, okay, let's see what to do then if you're in this really dark depression. And I've been there. I know what it's like to be in these spaces. Okay, when you go through this journey, you go through all the layers and levels. Okay, so what to do? Okay, My life needs to go. Feeling of my life so important. My persona life, my story life, okay, that needs to not be the, I guess, the central playing out in the, I see, some curtains on, there's a cinema, and, you're just always watching that drama. Again, it's the me story. And so this needs to go. So one needs to just stop that. Stop it, is what he's saying. Stop that focus there. Okay, there's just like, this is no good, this focus on my life only and my story and, all that drama. That's what feeds it. Poor me. Sinking low like that. What I don't have, what I lost, these things. This has to stop. This worry and this mind needs to go into heart center. And with a space that's got more relaxed seeing, breathing in the moment, being still. Okay? See if there's anything more on this. Okay, so let's hope that answered that question. And now we're going to go to siddhis. Siddhis, like psychic powers and things. Is this important to have? Is this, I guess, does this equate with spiritual progress? Do all that go on this journey, this mystic journey, do they have siddhis? And how important are siddhis? So if someone doesn't have any, does that mean they're not going to be enlightened? So that's sort of the feeling of the question. So let's see what happens then. Okay, and this is Nithyananda is one that has had many siddhis all around, miracles, siddhis. He was in different places at once, and could be seen in trees or in the clouds, all sorts of things. So he really, okay, so this would be one, and let's see what he has to say, or if we can connect with that. This might take a while, as I said, just a little bit of time. Now we're making that connection. So we've got our wires plugged in, okay, to the speaker of Nithyananda. This question is about siddhi powers. How important are they on the journey? Are they necessary? Okay, seeker is like an open vessel, really, along the way, so energies can enter that make changes, so many that bring wonders. They bring wonders. Just like as if one was in a dark room with all the doors and windows closed, there's just going to be that same thing. But once those windows open, those doors open, then the cosmos, the rain, the wind, the sun comes in, and you have an entirely different space that is not, it doesn't have to do, it's not at the control and whim of that space anymore. It's because it's more within the realm of nature, happenings there. And so many changes will take place, many changes that will bring different manifestations of appearances and ways that if one is within the right space at light and grounded, that can grace others as well. Okay, so there's a time like that. Healing powers, ways of moving and being connected with energies that bring about some things that people say, well, how does that happen? Even the seeker says, how does that happen? How did that work? They don't know even. So, and it just shows that the conductor, and is not with endureship or behavior and workings of things. It's a way of showing that there's something beyond, that's grace filled, that flows, that is has nothing to do with a doer or a personality or persona. Okay, so are cities needed along the way? Is that something that shows spiritual progress? Okay, it's getting very heavy and going down. And, okay, mystic man, speak from a very solid place, from a place like a mountain unbudging and flowing like a river still, lifting to a lifting cloud, a flying bird, a dancing tree, okay, a waterfall, a rainbow. Mystic man, come speak like this in my way, for I have cleared all obstructions and now rest in peace and beauty. For the elements of nature no longer touch me, as the stillness will remain even though these clouds and all this move. Okay, I'm here. I'm a mystic man. I speak like this. So cities, are they necessary? Do they speak of spiritual progress? Are they necessary? No. Okay, after all that, well, it was interesting, right? Like a poem, and then we get the answer. So we're going to get some entertainment too. And okay, so they're just not. It doesn't show spiritual progress. It's not necessary. See if all along the journey go through cities. Interesting. It does say there is. For the most part, that's part of a Kundalini awakening. Sooner or later, there's going to be some powers that come. And again, it's just showing that those solid ideations are being broken apart. Different energies are flowing through the being. And these wonders come through. So are there any that have awakened without cities? Okay. The cities could even be just your hearing gets more acute. Your vision gets more acute. Sometimes you just have more foresight. Expansiveness, is that one? No. But different changes like that are, these are milder cities, I guess. And then there's some that are, just way out there where, one can leave their body, or there's just all sorts of things on so many levels, and some may show up to others so much more than others. But if you're within a Kundalini awakening, there's going to be some of that. Yes, there is, to, a greater or lesser degree. And, okay, does it mean, though, that one's more evolved when they have cities? More farther along the journey. Okay, so one can see there's a no, and then there's a yes. So there's, it could very well, but yet some could come early where, you just can't say, and it's also unique too. So no one can really say, but certainly if someone's has a lot of cities, for you to say, ooh and ah, they're so advanced. Now, is this correct? So no, advancement, this is just not the way to speak at all. All is one. Okay, all is one. Okay, last but not least is the ultimate, the end point, really, of the journey. Is it love and bliss, or is it stillness and quietude? Okay, so here we go. Maybe we'll get another poem. It's always interesting, this energy. You got to give it that. Okay. It's entertaining. Okay, so scriptures. I see open book and scriptures. Scriptures, writing, non-dual passages. Passages are like thoroughways to the heart. These are non-dual passageways, like a road map in a way. Okay, so man mystic here, Nithyananda. Here like fire, here like beauty, here like the sun. And I pass through all time. This is my energy here. I pass through all time. I don't have any past or future. I live well and whole at all times, serene, serene, clear. So we are getting a little bit of an introduction into the answer to this. All right. Yes, I do, mystic man am I. Okay, now it's connecting. Bing! Connection made. Oh, like telephone wires, We're in the receiving end right now. We're trying to make that connection. See if we get the right signal. If all the bars are there, So anyway, ultimate end point of the journey. Is it love and bliss or stillness? Okay, is it love and bliss? Okay, so when one completes, stillness is the ultimate, the final goal. Quiet. The mind needs to be quiet without thinking. No thinking. No thinking. Okay, this is underlined. It's in dark letters to really emphasize no thought. So many want to get around this, They want to say, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm feeling, oneness and love. But is this the end point? Let's see. No, it's sure not. It's not at all. So don't be fooled, people. Keep going till all thoughts are gone, because it's easy to deceive yourself here. Okay, so wash clean those thoughts and leave out philosophies. And it's, showing also close those books. Don't just try to memorize things and read and do all this. Oh, now I got this and attached to everything. It's not going to give you any substance. You have to directly experience it. You really do. Okay, so I see him in a tree. Nithyananda, he's in that wonderful tree he's in. He's smiling. He's patting that tree like he does. I've seen him many times that way. A big presence there. So I'm hearing Baba loves trees. Okay, Baba loves trees. Okay, and so much joy here. So much joy, people. So much joy. Not okay, so that really quieted down, and it could be that the reading's over with. See if it is. Feels like it is. Again, with him, sometimes that spirit is there, and then you really feel it leave. It's just quiet. Okay, so thank you to the Nithyananda energy. And to those tuning in, I hope that those questions were answered this evening. May all be well. Namaste. Good night. Bye.